Oh, how I'd like to camp next to something like this. Now this, my friends, getting a lot of flame up here around this thing. Get those handles out there so maybe they're not so hot when it comes time to hold them. Ooh, it's getting hot. We're not far from a place called, used to be called Jackass Flats. Now it's called Roadhouse at the Flats. Probably the biggest biker, good biker bar there is in Ohio. They have bike night on Wednesday night. Man, wait till you see this place, how big it is, man. They just fill up their whole property with motorcycles. And all the places around it are starting to do really well just from the overflow. I may have run out of fuel. Yeah, no doubt about it, I did run out of fuel. It's always amazed me how much fuel an alcohol stove uses. The stick stove is a lot more efficient. You don't have to carry the fuel. But I had to reload that thing, so I've used maybe a little more than half my container here. Finally got us a nice boil here. Slow boil. The noodles are still a little bit unfinished. Trying to rotate this so they don't burn on the bottom. I think I just ran out of fuel again. It's been a nice day. I don't really want to overheat myself internally, so I'm going to let this soak and cool a little bit, as bad as I want to eat it. Looks good. So what's that got in it? Only 310 calories? I might not have chosen well. See, chicken breast won't have a lot in it. $60. Serving size 2 ounces. What do we got here? 4.5 ounces. So that means we got 135 calories in tuna, 620 calories in this Knorr stuff. Well, a man needs 2,500 calories a day just to rest. So maybe this will give me some energy and let me continue to walk off some of my extra pounds I don't need. Sure would like to trade those in for something more useful. Still a little bit warm. Tastes so good. Have something warm. Well, I'm almost to the halfway point on the hike. It's just down the road. Get done with lunch and a rest here, and we'll head that way. Be an accomplishment. Every step from that point on will feel like a victory. I was going to camp on the Rip Rap Road Park, which is kind of closed off island. But I don't think I started soon enough to do that. So if I were to do that, I wouldn't make it home Sunday in time. So I'm going to bypass that, and maybe we'll come back later this fall and hike and camp that island. And it's an interesting place. The Five Rivers Metro Parks has the place all fenced off, so you can't even get access to the river, which is illegal. Any navigable river, anything that's navigable in any vessel whatsoever, canoe, kayak, air mattress, is property of the state. And the state, according to federal law, cannot restrict those areas. They can only do things to keep them open to the public. And but it doesn't always work that way. You know, if they don't have enforcement officers to be in an area, then they don't want any activity there because they can't profit from it. But technically, I don't think there's anything they can do to stop you from walking down the river. A lot of federal law that backs that up, and Supreme Court cases, and etc. Bye to the Knights of Columbus. Thank you for letting me rest here. Back on Powell Road. Heading down to the river, down to the bikeway. It's a nice little quiet area here. A lot of lodges and halls and such, more than I've shown. With these sections where you have to walk on the road, it's kind of peaceful out here in the country. Then cars come flying by. We're making it one step at a time. A little farther. Oh, how I'd like to camp next to something like this. Now this, my friends, is actually a section of the Miami and Erie Canal. And this road back here that I just passed, right there, is Endicott. And down at the other end of Endicott is a preserved lock or gate, or maybe it's just the foundations for the lock or gate. And little plaque and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't sure whether it was on this end of Endicott or the other end, but now that I'm here, it's on the other end. But a lot of freight moved down through here. A lot of wealth. A lot of what it took to get 97% of us off the farm. Because that's what everybody did at one time. We were almost all on the farm scratching our living out of the dirt. And part of what brought that to an end and allowed people to specialize, you know, allowed you to have a blacksmith and a farrier and a gunsmith and etc., was the fact that you could move goods long distances. So a specialist could ship something to other people in other towns and allowed him to focus and become really good at one thing. So shipping is a very important part of economics and wealth creation. And this is a little memory of that. So check out that really old stone building back there. I wonder, you know, so close to the Erie Canal, I wonder if that wasn't stables for the horses that, or the donkeys or whatever it was that pulled those loads down the canal.